Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Dan Slott fat ass. See, y'all just want me to rant at this point with this bullshit. Like, so I'm gonna try my best not to rant. I'm gonna try to say this as nice as possible. Hey Dan Slott, come talk to me right quick. Just come here for me. Hey, Dan, shut the fuck up. And I mean, shut all the fuck up, including your own asshole. Shut it up. Shut it up. Yeah. Shut it up. Don't speak. Don't tweet. Don't talk. Just exist at this point, all right? Because you talk stupid. You really do. You really do, Dan. You really do, Dan. And it's frustrating to see this right about now. And the reason why is because he's talking about fans' frustration with the changes that been happening in the comic book industry. And it's just like, have you not noticed how terrible Marvel and DC has been right about now? Like, you ain't got that kind of choice to be talking about, oh, it's whatever when it comes to these characters being changed or whatever. And basically, you know, fans are up in arms about the choices of the Amazing Spider-Man run, which, you know, right now Zeb Wells has been like destroying everything that's been happening for Spider-Man Peter Parker, to the point where everybody wants him off. People are tired. People are annoyed at Marvel, and yet we're still continuing this nonsense that I don't understand. This absolute hatred for Peter Parker, Mary Jane Watson kind of nonsense. And when you think about it, now they're trying to reboot the Ultimate Universe with Ultimate Spider-Man because it was the start of the universe. And it's just like, no, for what reason? We don't need another Spider-Man character when y'all won't even get the main continuity right. You want to talk about ruining legacies? Well, yeah, you have ruined legacies. People like Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson together. But the writers at Marvel, some of the creatives at Marvel thought, no, him being married makes him too old and not relatable. So let's age his ass up. I mean, not age his ass up. Let's come up with some convoluted, wackadoodle, dumb shit that, you know, say, hey, look, Mary Jane Watson and Peter Parker are no longer married anymore. They don't have their daughter anymore because, you know, reasons. It's just completely asinine to see some McGuffin nonsense. Let's try to retcon Sins Past because, you know, we don't want Gwen Stacy and Norman Osborn to have children together, even though they really do have children together, because Gwen Stacy can never be normal. So, I mean, Gwen Stacy has to be the perfect girlfriend in the eye of Peter Parker, and, you know, she can't actually have some kind of character development that she really didn't have that much of when she was alive. Let's constantly do that. Oh, wait. Or, because you said if a character's 50 plus years, their legacy is set and you can't ruin their legacy. Oh, Tim Drake, Iceman, Alan Scott, John Kent, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy. You really think those characters aren't ruined? You really think those characters aren't ruined? Okay. You can't even, y'all done tried 4 separate times to do Iceman as a solo character, and you can't sell him because, you know why? Because most people who read Iceman know that the man's not gay. And y'all talking about that you can't retcon that. Oh, you can retcon a character's sexuality, because y'all sure do love retconning a straight character, making them gay, and be confused. Like, I wonder why people aren't reading it. Or y'all think because, oh, the character is this old that you need to shake up the character. Right, you do need to shake up the character, but you shake up the character in ways that make sense for the character. You don't fundamentally break the character. Y'all have to understand that Spider-Man and Batman are diluted. Yes, right now it doesn't seem like anything is wrong with the characters at all. But I'm telling you, as a person who's been watching these characters go, Batman and Spider-Man has fundamentally been diluted to the point where people are sick of it. The only reason why is because y'all put some of the best talent on Spider-Man and Batman, and that's literally what's holding it on. Or the fact that some people are hoping and holding on to the fact that, oh, it'll get better, when in fact it doesn't get better. In fact, 9 times out of 10 it gets worse. You know what I'm saying? And then, so basically, Dan was talking about it's impossible to ruin and destroy a long-standing legacy character. If an iconic character has been around for 50 plus years, they're indestructible. Wherever the current aspect storyline displeases you as a fan can be hand waved away down the road. The character you love will be fine. Well, if that's the case, why every time y'all retcon characters and literally make them where people don't read them, somebody gotta come back and try to fix it, and as soon as that writer fixes it, y'all kick that person off and then put a person in there that literally destroys them all over again? I mean, did you not see what Tom King did with Batman, to the point where Batman was dying in cells and they had to force his ass off? Like, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Or the fact that Wally West, Heroes in Crisis, you completely destroyed the character that nobody asked you to do, to the point where people were so pissed off that not only did it destroy Wally West, it destroyed the Flash franchise for a while, that Scott Lobdell had to go in there and try to fix the character. And then Jeremy Adams, fixed the, had to follow up behind that retcon of fixing to get people back on board with Wally West. Now Wally West is the Flash that people want to see. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all destroyed some of these characters. Or the New 52 destroyed all of the long-standing DC character development and even runs that people had. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rebooted the New 52 with Superman to the point where Superman was destroyed, that y'all had to retcon the classic post-crisis Superman back into the universe because New 52 Superman wasn't working. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a problem. You can't, the fact that Superman was getting destroyed in the New 52 was a problem. And y'all don't find that strange? You don't find that strange? That character is 100 years old. Matter of fact, let's go to Batman right about now. Batman has been outsold by One Piece. A 20-year-old manga series has outsold the lifetime sales of Batman. Do you hear what I'm saying? A 100-year-old character has gotten beaten by a 20-year-old character. I mean, a 20-year-old manga series. And right now, a live action adaptation of the franchise is doing well on Netflix, that they're talking about, hey, it's been renewed for season 2, and hell, they'll go for 12 seasons. And the creator of the manga is working heavily with Netflix to make sure that they stay as accurate as possible to the characters. So, again, what's happening? Y'all can't even give us a good Batman movie, and then the Batman movie that people ask y'all for, y'all say, nah, fuck that. You won't even listen to your audience. And then, not even mention, let's go back to the fact that there are some retailers right now talking about how the new comic books are sitting on the shelf right now because, DC and Marvel won't even listen to the retailers. Some of the retailers and the retailers are trying to tell you, like, hey, this shit ain't selling and stuff like that. Well, hey, it sucks, but that's what happens. They want to listen to these social media weirdos. Give me a second. Let me take a little sip. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. Oh, boy. They want to listen to these social media weirdos who don't really read the fucking comic books, but are complaining about something in the comic books or whatever. And what? You think that's supposed to be something cute? No, you need to listen to your customer base. Like Shonen Jump, for instance. Shonen Jump listens to its customer base. If the manga is fucking terrible, if the anime is fucking terrible, guess what? It gets canceled. They don't care if they leave you on the cliffhanger or not. If the shit sucks, the shit sucks. You can cry, boo-hoo, all the hell you want to. But if the ratings aren't there, if the story quality isn't there, it's gone. Like, they're not going to sit up here and play games with y'all. And that's the problem. Y'all think y'all can just throw out whatever the fuck y'all want to with these comic book characters and throw out whatever storylines you want, you think, and then think that, yeah, this makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. I'm letting you know right now, it doesn't make the damn sense God gave. You can't just throw out whatever the hell you want to with these characters, change the characters around drastically, and then think that they'll be fine later on. No, they're not fine. That's the problem. The modern comic books aren't even selling. So basically, even with what Dan Slott is saying, basically Dan Slott's basically saying too, because he also says that if you don't like it, but because he said, but what if I don't want to wait that long? If the legacy character's been around for 50 plus years, chances are good that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of stories about them in various media you haven't read, seen, or experienced yet. More than enough for you to tide you over. So basically, he's basically trying to tell you that even with the modern comic books, and he knows that you guys don't like it, well, there's a whole lot of stuff in the past for them. If you don't like the current shit, hey, there's other adaptations of them in the media, in comic books, in the past. Read that shit. Don't read the new stuff. Like, that is so stupid when right now comic book stores are closing at a rapid pace right about now. Comic book stores are closing at a rapid pace right now. Recently, 2 of the comic book stores by me have closed. Like, I didn't even realize they were gone until I went back, because so occasionally I go to the store, even though I don't buy weekly like that, because, let's be honest, I still go to the comic book store and buy some stuff, but right now I gotta travel out a little bit further to another comic book store, because the 2 comic book stores that were next to me are gone. You want to know why? Because they can't sell shit. They can't sell nothing. And then there go that fat fucker talking about, well, if your favorite character is just if your favorite character that you don't like, that you like for 50 plus years has been changed, chances are you can go back and read the damn past shit. You're right, Dan. People are reading the damn past shit. That's why the modern shit's sitting on shelves. Y'all are destroying trees, making paper, toilet tissue, because that's what it is. It needs to be wiped on people's asses, especially your fucking work, Dan Slott. You want to know why we're not reading the modern shit? Because the modern shit suck. And for you to sit up there and be like, oh, it's okay, it doesn't matter, because those characters' legacy are stapled. No, if their legacy was fucking stapled, they asses would be selling. Some of these characters can't even be sold merchandise-wise anymore. You want to know why? Because you thought it was a good idea to fucking make this fucking character gay. You decided that this character need to be fucking black. You decided that this character need to be fucking female. You decided, hey, let's take the iconic outfit that they're well known and let's cover their asses up. Because that made fucking sense, you fat fucker. Oh, let's make a fucking multiverse, even though we said we were going to fucking kill the damn Spider-Verse. Oh, wait, guess what? Spider-Verse is back, and let's focus on diverse, inclusive, LGBT fucking spider characters that you can't fucking sell. That's rotting on the shelves of these comic book stores. Give me the fucking break, you fat fucker. Jesus Christ. This is the problem with comic books right now. They put these fucking loser-ass writers on these damn books, and they sit up there and they just regurgitate bullshit. And I'm not listening to the audience. The audience is telling you what they want. Look, newsflash. The movie audience, the video game audience, and the television audience is not the fucking same as the comic book readers. So stop fucking changing shit. Hell, I just saw their asses talking about, hey, we're going to bring the Superboy and Miss Martian relationship into the comic books. But the audience who's been reading comic books for a long time was like, we don't want to see that. We want to see Connor Kent with Cassie Sandsmark, aka Wonder Girl. The relationship that's been going on in the post-crisis era since 2011. That's the relationship that people have been wanting to see for a long time. But no, because it was popular in Young Justice TV show, the show that fell from grace after 2 seasons, we're gonna put their relationship in the comic books. Like, you morons don't even understand your fucking audience. Stop fucking changing shit around to accommodate normies. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, let's talk about that. Because y'all love praising your Lord and Savior James Gunn and his bullshit. Well, let me tell you something about his bullshit right about now. Guardians of the Galaxy was changed to accommodate the MCU version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They had a TV show that didn't do well, right? They had 2 video games based on the version of the MCU that didn't sell well. And I played the damn Guardians of the Galaxy video game. It's not bad, but it's fucking annoying that they act like their MCU counterparts instead of acting like the comic book characters that they should be acting like. They don't take shit serious. They don't take shit serious at all. Peter Quill is a fucking joke the entire time. That is not fun. Guardians of the Galaxy comic books can't sell them anymore because every time they bring them back, guess what they do? They base them off the damn James Gunn version of the characters instead of the serious team that was part of the Annihilation team. Like, if you guys was there when Marvel relaunched their cosmetology line where Silver Surfer, Nova, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill, Thanos, Drax the Destroyer, all of those cosmic characters were having this major event and everything was so cool. You know what I'm saying? And now the Guardians of the Galaxy team is a joke among jokes. Because why? Because y'all had to let some fucking weirdo, some pedo weirdo, yes, because James Gunn is a fucking pedo with his fucking weird ass, had to make some daddy fart jokes and not take the damn character serious to the point where the Guardians of the Galaxy team is ruined. It's ruined because comic book readers don't want to read that version of the characters. They don't want to watch that version of the characters neither. That's why nobody supported this shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cough like that. But I'm telling you the truth because it's the same thing. They have tried 2 video games because the Telltale games were the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy, and then the Guardians of the Galaxy video game. And of course, that was the Avengers' fault, but at the same time, I'm playing the game and I'm just annoyed by how aggravating the team is because they act like their MCU counterparts. When finally, I was like, finally, we're going to get a Guardians of the Galaxy game that's going to treat them seriously. I mean, y'all still got them in the damn MCU joke clothes. Like, that's not their outfits. That is not their outfit. But for some reason, Gamora is the only one that y'all cover the fuck up. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And Drax still takes everything literally. I'm like, oh, God. And then they retcon that shit. So he's no longer Arthur Douglas and Moon Dragon's not his daughter. They come up with some convoluted alien planet shit. That's not the characters. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys can't, like, sometimes changes can be good. But 9 times out of 10, these changes that you are making to these comic book characters and these comics are not worth its weight in salt. That's why people are not reading these comic books. That is why people aren't going to the comic book store. That there's a reason why comic book stores are closing, because they can't sell this bullshit. And for Dan Slott to sit up here and say that, oh, these changes doesn't affect the legacy of these characters, or doesn't affect anything. Newsflash, have you not seen the comic book stores closing lately? Newsflash, have you seen that the fact that DC and Marvel have to increase their price to make up for all the people that have walked away from the comic book industry? I'm just being honest. Like, what are you saying right about now? Y'all rely on collectors to constantly buy your books, because there are collectors who just come in, buy the book, do not pick it up. I mean, do not even read it, do not open it. The only reason why they buy it is because they don't want to break their run or their habit. Some people habits are broke. A lot of people habits are broke. I'm just being honest. This shit does not work. And for Marvel to let this fat fucker talk instead of his fat ass, actually, I don't know, like actually writing a competent story. Because let's be honest, most of his run is forgettable. He only have a few standout things, and that's not much. Saying, hey, Dan, let's not tell people like, hey, if you don't like the current stuff, read the shit in the past. I mean, that's what people are doing. That's why the past comic books are selling more so than the present books, because the present books suck. You know, I don't know. And then let's even talk about this moment where he was talking about, but the current storyline hurts and disrespects the character. I'm defending them for a character to stay vital and fresh, especially one that's been around for 50 plus years. Storytellers have to take risks and try things that haven't been done before with the character. And whenever that happens, whatever ways those stories deviate from the norm will inevitably upset a number of hardcore fans. Conversely, they could also excite other parts of the base, and to catch the attention of new fans. These deviants are necessary from time to time. Not really, because the shit that y'all do actually insults the fandom. You're not doing something to like shake it up. You're doing something that is pissing hardcore fans off to the point where they're dropping the books. And y'all always keep talking about, oh, the new fans. Newsflash, you bitches haven't been able to accumulate new fans since 2011. That's the problem. And that's coming from both Marvel and DC. You really haven't accumulated new fans. The New 52 has literally killed that bullshit. Yes, for 3 months, it was exciting. It was exciting. It was fresh. And then you see how quick that shit dropped. You see how y'all stopped supporting that shit. And Marvel was definitely stale as fuck during that time too, because all they had was, hey, let's diminish the X-Men brand. Let's push the Inhumans on us. Let's increase the Avengers presence, and hope to God that'll work. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the choices that y'all made weren't even like shaking up to the point where y'all was shaking it up to like throw a curveball to the point where like, ooh, what's this going to do? You know, you were throwing curveballs to the point where it was just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You get what I'm saying? Yes, it's true. You can change characters from time to time, but remember, you have to. You can't, once you break them, you don't leave them broken. You fix them back up where you found them. That was the thing that a lot of people back in the past used to understand. But nowadays, y'all just break it and keep breaking, and then wonder why people are walking away from this shit. And then it's just like, it's like you're supposed to put the toy back together once you break it. But y'all just like, it's whatever. So, I don't know. Like, and then he also says He also says, despite any historics, there always the knowledge that the fan base that exists before you felt the exact same way, previous stories or status quo. And guess what? That character will we all know and love is still there, still thriving. They're going to be okay. Also, if you think a storyline has been broken, your favorite character from all time, you can't come up with an idea for a story that fixed that, then your fan power is lacking, because I guarantee you there are hundreds, if not thousands, of fans who come up with a fix. I mean, you're right. A lot of us can come up with a fix, and yet they want to hire us to fix them damn characters. They'll hire weirdos like you who continue to constantly break them. You get what I'm saying? Like, why do you think people are going to fan fiction? Or why do you think some people are going to indie stuff? Why do you think people are going to outside the United States for entertainment? Because you have fundamentally broke the characters. And you're right, the characters have been changed before in the past, and I'm quite sure, yes, the previous fan base before me was pissed off, but it wasn't pissed off to the point where half your entire base leaves, to the point where comic book stores are closing up, to the point where they can't really sell these books. Merchandising people are talking about, like, they can't sell this garbage. Because why? Because this shit is horrible. There's a reason why. Yes, they did make changes of the characters, but they make changes to the character where it's to the point where your entire fan base walks away. Y'all have literally lost probably about 85% of your fan base with these dumb decisions that you just seem to keep doubling down, tripling down on. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, okay, whatever. I mean, at this point, the fat fucker gonna continue to fucking talk. I mean, we all saw Marvel 616. We already saw that he's a fucking fat joke. He's a failure of a loser. And Tom Revolve must be pumping his ass. The reason why his ass is still at that damn job. He must give some good head or something. Because I don't understand how you can keep a writer, a person who say shit like this, who can't really write stories like this, who has ghostwriters. Yes, ghostwriters. Who has to actually finish up his shit because he's that damn terrible. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, it's just an example of why comic books suck. Is why the media has been falling as fast as can. Is why people don't care anymore. Is why there's the quote-unquote superhero fatigue, is because stuff like this. But keep talking, Dan. You do such a wonderful job. Yes, continue to destroy the characters. We love it. Yes, we love it. Continue to chase that audience, that diverse LGBT female audience, that new audience that's better than the original fans, the fans that's been there. Continue to cheer on comic book stores closing more and more. I love it. It's so delicious. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I know this is probably a long one right here. What was this? Is this like podcast number 2 or something like that? Because it has went long. It is a long one. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all know how I do. But yeah. So what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you guys think about the comic book industry? Are you guys agreeing with what Dan Slott is saying, or do you have different opinions? Let me know in the comment section below, and follow me on all my socials. YouTube, Instagram, X, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.